favourite quiz show. Today I'm joined by two escape teams. In the blue team we have Joshua and Iola. And in the red team, right teams, are you ready to play Seeing is Believing? All you have to do is decide whether you believe or whether you doubt. Why don't you join in at home and see how good you are at seeing and believing? Teams, here is your first question. Your ears keep you balanced. Do you believe or do you doubt it? Right, so you're right. You know, there is fluid in your ears. You can't see it or feel it, but that lets you know if you're standing up straight or if you're wobbling over. It's great. Well done. Question 2. Do you believe that the oldest living person is 100 years? All right, we've got 2 doubters. Okay, that's correct. I'm going to ask you for a bonus point. Can you guess how old this person might be?
I think it's 117. 120.
The oldest living person is called Kane Tanaka. She is 118 years old and was born in Japan in January of 1903. Do you believe that it rains diamonds on Saturn and Jupiter? Oh, we've got 2 believers and you're both right.
Because of the carbon. It's carbon hard enough, it creates diamonds.
Brilliant. The tallest man was over 8 feet tall. The tallest man was over 8 feet tall. Now just think about that. That would probably go right to your ceiling. And they believe it. You're right. Yes, the tallest man was called Robert Wadlow, and he lived in America, and he was 8 foot 11 inches tall, or 2.72 metres. Do you believe that Jesus died but came back to life 3 days later? Yeah, brilliant, well done. We heard an Easter story, didn't we, last week, how Jesus dies on Good Friday and he comes back to life on Easter Sunday. And the last question is, do all the disciples believe that Jesus is alive again? Do they all believe? You're right, doubt. Thomas doubts that he wants to see Jesus for himself. He doesn't believe straight away, does he?
Yeah, but in the end he believes.
Last week we heard the story of Jesus appearing to the disciples and Thomas wasn't with them. And to begin with, he didn't believe. He wanted to see Jesus and see his wounds to actually believe that he was alive again. And this week is our story from Luke 24 that continues to think about this. Jesus appearing to the disciples in the upper room and proving to them that it is, in fact, him. And how does he do that? Well, he starts off by saying, hang on a minute, just calm down, I'm not a ghost. Well, he says to them, why don't you come and touch me? Feel me, I'm flesh and bones. You know, you couldn't touch a ghost. And when they still are having their doubts, he said, well, bring me some food. And he eats some fish. And he says, look, I can eat food. If I was dead, I wouldn't be able to do that. And then he shows them the wounds in his hands. Look, I've got the wounds here. You know, that proves I was on the cross. This proves it's me. And then he goes on to remind them that he's actually told them this was going to happen, that he would die and he would rise again. So the disciples went from doubting to believing. I wonder how you've done it in our believing game today. I wonder how many points you have scored. I wonder how you found the questions. Shall we see how our teams got on in our game? Well, I'm pleased to say it was a draw. Well done to both teams, and thank you for joining in and playing the escape quiz this week, and I hope to see you again soon on Seeing is Believing. Goodbye.